What's going on in the world today? What's up, guys? See if we're live here. Little bit of old school Thursday night fun. Like, who remembers when I used to go live and drop new videos every single Thursday night back in the days? But this is after call night, so let's see. We're live here. Can anybody see me yet? Mic check. All right, there we are. What's up, guys? So cool, we're live, guys. So want to kind of go over our numbers. Normally, I just make a post, how many homes we sold or what I was paid on, for the people that are uncapped. We're definitely selling a lot more houses than that with our teams that are capped out. But just want to touch on the numbers and tell you kind of like what I see with the trend, with the market shift, with the larger data size than probably most of you guys besides Jeff in here and a few other people. And like go over those because obviously they're down a little bit. Talk about the new agents that we brought on. So we've been the last 2 months we were at 114 last month, and this month we're at 112 new agents joined in the last 30 days or in July, right? So congratulations with that, guys. So I love it, and I'm going to touch on some of the financials and why. Like this is the opportunity to go find quality people to attract and merge with and get in business with. I was on a call this last week and looking back, from the last recession when I was selling insurance, and it damn near about took me out at 28 years old. Like that is really why me and Gerbic are together and what we were able to do here in Kansas and nationally and currently, right? And it was like, if it wasn't for that last recession, Mike and I wouldn't be in business together. None of the things that we had ever achieved together would happen. So I'm thankful for that last recession, right? And, there was some growing pains without a doubt, but I learned more, than I earned early on through those couple of years. However, when the market came back, we outgrew the market. So, I want to say thank you. Look, Richard's been, man, on fire. A new team here in Wichita, Terrors at the top. Josh, man, killing it. So I love it. Michael, killing it. Monica, the list goes on. Kenzie hopping on there. What's up, man? Seeing him on the list. And thank you to the rest of the Building an Empire leadership group that is sponsoring at least one person in the last 30 days. I just want to say thank you for that because, I was talking about this on the coaching call today. If we listen to the news and we listen to, people that can't find deals and, and things are down, like it's going to get to us, right? And we're like us as leaders, we have to step up, step into our greatness and just do it day in, day out without fail and be that positivity, be that sunshine that they're looking for. And so if you're not able to lead yourself during these times, how do you expect other people to follow you or trust you or get in business with you, right? And so we have to come from a place of, not just being, gullible or like just blindly optimistic, right? It's like, no, I expect to lose about 30% of my company, like my business. I expect even like what I said in that post that there's going to be about 30, maybe hopefully no more than 40% of you guys, all of us, right, in the industry, we know what's going to happen. That is not going to be in this business in the next year, 18 months, 24 months. We'll know what the new landscape looks like and the players that stayed around, right? And so, speaking with a lot of you guys that have, only had your license for 5, 6 years, 7 years, and, telling you what we did, during those times, it seems unnecessary. And hopefully you guys have been listening to some of the level up stuff and enjoy me bringing the weekend review. And so I have been listening to Monday motivation, Wednesday wealth calls, and then Friday's, fire call. And so I've been listening to them. If I miss them, I go back and scan them. And then I bring you guys the best stuff from that. So if I'm streaming in this group with something from the YouTube channel or whatever, that was, from when it was in the cloud, right? It's because it was a really good session and I'm bringing you the best of the best. But here's the kicker, or here's the cool part about it. It's I'm building my CRM Grow account and building content in there as well and getting it broke out, so it can become our branding, our stuff, and our deliverables on that side of the business as well. And then, you know, with some of the other training and stuff I've been paying for, I'm streaming the stuff for you guys. So hopefully you appreciate it, but you guys need to be focused on getting people into the cloud, right? And getting them the guest pass while all this is going on. Like, people are dropping fire in there. And I'm trying to get Mike to do a session with me, because I mean, I have to do a session. All the alphas, betas do, if not a couple sessions. And like, people are bringing the heat, man. And so it's like, it's exciting, it's motivating. But if you're listening to the news, you're just hanging around by yourself, or low producing agents, or, you know, people that don't have much going on, that's going to rub off on you, right? And we know that, you know, you're influencing them, or they're influencing you, and hopefully you are influencing them. Get around an elevated message, get around the doers, get around the people still winning, and let's go. So, you know, it's like, I'll see a lot of you guys, you know, down in Dallas. I'm excited for the build, but, you know, I've been, you know, talking to some of you guys, and you're like, I'm going to skip this year, and I'm just going to, you know, roll it over to EXPCon. It's like, have you ever done that before? Right? Like, there's a formula and a blueprint that we have followed to be able to do what we were able to do. Right? And so the way that you are leading yourself in the action that you're not taking or taking, that is going to end up becoming a reflection of the group. Right? And so for me, it's like, you want to show up with people that are already in business with you, and they're showing up with people. Right? And so they can see what's going on, understand, start to believe a little more, start to have that much more conviction, because the more conviction, the more clarity you have, the easier it is to take action, right? And then once you start getting those results, it is just that easier, momentum, victories, all of that stuff, right? And so thank you guys. We closed, you know, we've been holding right around 700 houses, right? And we're down about 20-25%. We're still growing by agent count, obviously, but we've been kind of just hovering right around that 2,400, 2,500 agent mark. So, you know, I expect us to lose, you know, about 30%, no more maybe than 40% of people that probably needed to be on a team, or, you know, weren't disciplined, or, you know, like basically running a business, right? And 100% of nothing is nothing. And so there's going to be a lot of people that are doing it on their own that are going to need to be on a team, going to need to figure out a partnership deal and things like that. And so you guys, hopefully you could get these people to build your people, right? You need to be at build and then show up with people. And so it's like, the people that show up with people, like Mike, when I finally got him back in business with me, and he told me I was making a huge mistake, it's all hype, no, and how we went to masterminds, I said, don't show up to this mastermind by yourself. I said, bring everyone that you're coaching, or anyone that wants to come and be enlightened and have their mind expanded beyond belief, and leave with their hair on fire and not be able to sleep. Like, get them there like that. And so, you know, he showed up with 7 people, 8 people, maybe 9, if I can remember. Every single one of them partnered with him, right? And then boom, off to the races. And so, yeah, like, if you're just going to come to build and hang around and look, it's like, and you've been with us for a while or whatever, you don't need any more social proof. We're doing it. You know, we're learning together, critically thinking together, and we're one of the fastest, biggest growing lines, and, you know, tied back up to the #1 line in EXP, all the way there. In my lines, the #1, #2, #3, #4 builder, number 19, and I hover in between 28 and 31st spot, and I just hit my 4th year. So, like, these are the people that you're tied to. And so being able to get your people there and have them help get deals done for you, you know, whether you're busy right now, whether you feel like your self-esteem is low, or you're worried, or whatever, I promise you, if you stay in action and you focus on what, you know, I started talking about a couple months ago when I watched that video with Ed Milet, and I didn't know too much about that guy. The power of one. There's so much that resonated with me, with him, his story, that it's like, reminds me a lot of myself. And then, you know, I was on some coaching calls a few days later, and I had somebody ask me a question. I said, if you just focus on getting one more lead qualified, if you focus on just getting one more listing, if you focus on helping one more agent, like, look at the model, where to even find their next deal from. If you got 2, they're going to want to get in business with you, change their life, change the trajectory of their whole business. And so I've been, you know, speaking on that, right? And it's like, let's just all focus on one more. Like, and so buy one more ticket to get to build, ask one more person. And it's like the people that I see selling their tickets, it's like there's so many people out there with all these other companies that are getting laid off. Redfin laying off. I've talked to 3 Redfin agents in the last 3 weeks. Compass cutting marketing budget, laying off, taking a loss, all the way across the board until you get to EXP. And hopefully you guys looked at our financials that was released for the second quarter, and we were built for this. Now, the marketing piece, the conversion piece, the skill-based piece, you might have to get better at, right? You might do a little more learning. You might have to sit by yourself and write and be a little more critical. And you might have to stay in action mode just a little bit longer. There's no way about might. It's without a doubt. I think right now, for what we're seeing, is you're gonna have to do 2 to 3 times the amount of work to get close to the same result that you were getting before. It's just the way it is right now. And it's the way it's going to be for a while until they start dropping, right? And then the consumer has confidence in what the government's doing and the economy, right? And then things will start to turn over. And about this time next year, we will kind of know without a doubt, like what market we're going to play in a year from now. However, we're going to grind this thing out, and you better be prepared for winter. Winter is going to be cold. It feels like we're in winter right now. The numbers I have and we're running right now are like winter numbers. And the people that I'm speaking with, there's a lot of you guys doing phenomenal. It's like people would love to have your problems. People love to have my problems, right? But it hits all of us differently at different times. And so this winter, I think out of my 12, 13 years in real estate is going to be, besides maybe my first year in real estate, the worst winter. But I was just ignorance on fire back then, right? But the worst winter. So hopefully, we're preparing for it, but more importantly, preparing our people for it. So, like think of it like this. You guys that are selling your build tickets or this or that, it's like get your plane ticket and get someone there. All it takes is one person for you to start collaborating with for something to take off. Like we are actually speaking with more people that are more open-minded, that are doing more business than ever before. At least up in like Toronto, and how I have some of my other systems set up that we launched that you guys have been shadowing us on, right? And so Gary was like, man, like this market change like really shook people and woke them up. And it's like, yeah. And when they see their brokerage panicking, their broker panicking, they're not generating leads, they don't have a game plan. They're watching the news. They're all just talking to the brokers across the street or in their MLS, right? And then you get into the cloud with Level Up, and you hear Brent go. You hear, you name it, that we're all going in there once or twice. And it's like, you get someone around that. How can they not at least be open-minded? And all I'm asking these people to do, and Gary will tell you, I don't care if you join EXP. Like my business is going to continuously grow, but what I would like for you to do is keep an open mind, because I would hate for this opportunity to miss you. And it's like, can I count on you to keep an open mind? And it's like, I will keep working with you and kind of, pointing out blind spots, or, having, some of my team help get you deliverables or do whatever. And we'll never ask you to join EXP. And you'll, hopefully start, find out where your deals are going to come from, or, get out of a slump or take action. And so some of you guys, when you get into slumps, you get quiet. You shut down, you become paralyzed like this. That isn't it. Pick up the phone, call other people in this network, call other people in EXP's network, talk things through, see what people are doing. I'm having a lot of different calls that I would never have if everybody's busy. And so get to build. The builders build into build. Like that is it. We have 18 days, guys. So, 18 days, right? Been gone for a while. See if it logs me back in. All right. It logged me out. Let's see here. See how many days we got. How many people can you get to build in 18 days? Well, I had the countdown when I looked at it earlier, but let's see. The Gaylord is sold out, right? There's some hotels still open and around that area. But if you're not doing much, right, get yourself to build and bring at least 5 people. I mean, I'm trying to get people there from Canada. I have old coaching clients. One of their top agents, she's broke off and done her own thing, hit me up for coaching, and I've been working with her, trying to get her and a few of her people there. And, I probably have about 4 or 5 people that are on the fence on top of the normal people that are building in there to get it going. Like, because I got to get, we're having some turnover on the front line and stuff like that. It's like, we're not special, right? And so, try to get 5 people there. 5 of your people that's in business with you. How do you expect them to get excited if you're not excited? Right? So cool, guys. Anyways, I just wanted to touch on the numbers a little bit. So 112 agents, and before that it was 114, and then 150 something. So yeah, we're down on agent count. Yep. We're down on closings, right? This time of year, like coming off July though, and where we're at, we should be probably right around 1,000, but we're at 700. So it's reflecting close to that 30% marker that I'm talking about. But the unnecessary things that we're going to have to do to compete in this market is a little more work, better systems, more inside sales, better relationships, really putting people through the funnel, not just come in at the top and outwriting offers and all your stuff's in outside sales, right? And all the crazy frenzy stuff with the listing stuff. So getting back into the market that, once I got trained up, I thrived in. And it's like, that made me like who I am today. I'm blessed that I came from that market. I really am. It's prepared us for what's coming, for this very moment, to be able to do it again, and then build the infrastructure through it to not just grow with the market when it comes back, but to outgrow the market and then be able to live a life that others can't because they were unwilling to do it at this time, and roll in to build, to stay curious. Because this is why we got into this, and all of this stuff originally wasn't because of the money. So if we're losing a few deals here or there, not closing as many houses, it's okay. And it's going to be okay. Things are thinned out. And this is what we needed to go through. And so I'm excited to be able to go through it, guys. And so it's like the financials over here to be able to position, they're right here. Hopefully you guys seen these, right? So I got a lady even up in Toronto that we talked to. Hopefully we can get her tea back up. I'm supposed to talk to her end of this week, but I didn't see her come on my calendar. Like, she's been in business 17 years. And then obviously the shift is messing with her, and she's getting a little older, and then she's pretty good with numbers. And she's talking about what all these other companies are doing. And I mentioned what our company was doing overall globally and nationally. And she was like, that's crazy to me. And I said, we were built for these type of environments, and you will be able to thrive because you already have the experience. You just need a different platform, right? And build some different marketing systems and kind of give her an uplift, right? This is all just in the second quarter. 1.4 billion in revenue. That is the craziest thing. New record, by the way. 107 gross profit, 94 net. Go look at the other companies. They are like stopping funding. They're not rolling out their stuff, cutting top management, releasing agents that were paid agents, all of those things, right? And so EXP is the safe place for these people. EXP is the future, right? But it is now. There's a lot of copycats coming with, from all types of places. They're coming from everywhere. EXP has proven itself financially with the model, and some of these other models, being that I'm privy to the alpha calls and the corporate calls and the numbers and the quarterly meetings and all that stuff, they're not going to be able to make their numbers work for a long time. And this is really an agent-centric company where agents own the business with Glenn, and Glenn rules always on the side of the agents. And I watched a huge debate in January and a knockdown, drag out, like war room type of debate in January. I'm not going to get too much into it. And I watched Glenn rule for the agents when there was a really compelling case and it made sense to go a different way. He doesn't care about the financials with investors or this or that. He's like, this company was built and is for the agents, and the decisions will always be in their best interest as long as I have controlling interest in making decisions. And at that given time, I was like, wow, that is amazing to see that in real life and to watch that happen. Right? And if these other companies are owned by 80% investors and looking at their cap rates and all this stuff, this is it, man. And the people that can join now, they have it way better than I did. I mean, Jesus, we went through so much crap to get to where we're at with this company. So, the people that are here now, like, we really went and cut down some trees for you guys. We laid that gravel road that, it's like, that was really tough. And then after a certain amount of time, we laid the pavement. And so what you guys have the chance to do now is go build a super highway. And we're all a part of it. From not dealing too much with broker operations. Onboarding has always been an issue, but we were losing people, like losing. There was a lot that we went through with the growing pains. As you can imagine, I was a 5,500 agent, and now we're, 80, 90,000 strong. So, but I want you guys to rethink your strategy for this year. That's it. That's all I'm questioning, because some of you guys, I'm going to just say it right now, like, build and just skip and build to go straight to EXPCon. EXPCon was lit last year. We had the best masterminds in the game, and EXP's events were like horrible. Like, people think that our masterminds or whatever are EXPs. EXP over time stepped their game up, and EXPCon was definitely lit. However, EXPCon is not structured to help you grow your business. It is, but it isn't, in a sense of, like, you are in business with people and there's a very thoughtful, laid out game plan that Brent is in business with all of these top coaches, business people, and we're all together in one spot to do one thing: sell more houses together, bring in more other smart, like-minded people. Like that, these build events have changed my life. I was in a room with 50 people when we started this. 50 people with the monitor that was still yellow with a bulb, and that was back when Rob Flick was still around, standing on couches giving William Wallace like speeches, like, and I'm still looking at like somebody like Pat Hayes when he had 500 agents and they're hitting refresh, and he's like, if I hit 500, I'm gonna do a shot. And I'm like, there's no way. And it was like 492. By the time he got done, Jeff Willems, my sponsor, went up there and did a shot with him. I was like, this is fake. This is like, I don't even know if this is like real. Like, these are things that we were facing. And to see 7,000 people at Build last year with Tony Robbins there, that's amazing. Like, and we all get to still build and strengthen and do that same thing again for many years to come. So get your people there, get new people there. And I'm telling you right now, if you're worried about talking to people because you're slow or whatever, head trash or bullshit stories you're telling yourself, there's other really, really good producers out there that are looking for a new opportunity, a new partnership, and they wasn't looking just a couple of months ago. I can promise you that. I'm having those calls. I was one of those people with Gerbic back in 2008, 2009. There's going to be new partnerships formed, and there is going to be new businesses that are going to take off in terms of not like EXP stuff, but businesses inside of EXP that would have never formed because of what we're going through now. However, if Gerbic was not staying in action and showing up every day and getting his ass kicked and putting on his tie every day and was prepared to take a punch and give a punch back, me being 10 years younger and damn near being almost taken out, we wouldn't be together. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, step into your greatness, stay in action, make one more call one more seller, call one more buyer. You're actually going to have to do it 2, 3x to get what you're needing. You know, create a jam session group, speak to more agents, get the agents to events. This is the time to step up your education. Like, I'm consuming so much content right now, buying so much stuff, you know, still tracking all of the level up stuff, bringing you guys the best of week in review. So, like, you know, it's not wasting your time because I'm building that content into my CRM Grow account. So it's like, how can you afford not to be at an event? Are you going to save your way through this recession when it hits? That's not how it works. Through Obama, through the last recession, I had some of my best years. You know, going into my 30s, you know, stepping through it. But we showed up every day. We went to events when the recession was going on. We were very conservative. Even when I started running Select Homes, I was driving around a Honda and I had peeling paint. And one of our other, you know, younger partners, his name's Brian. He's driving around a Maserati, and he's like, dude, he's like, I know you do well for yourself. He's like, I know you're one of the most frugal people I know. He's like, but now, like, you're kind of running this place, and now, like, you know, image and stuff like that matters. So he's like, you might want to go get another car or a new car. And I remember looking over, and you know that clear coat stuff that's on like the top of your paint that'll start peeling off or whatever. But this Honda, man, like, great gas mileage. I could get all around town, do whatever I need to do with it in real estate, right? And I was like, you're right. Okay. And so, you know, bought my first, like, whatever. It was like brand new car or whatever it was, you know. And then ever since then, every year I bought newer stuff and moved to trucks. But yeah, you know, we're gonna have to be conservative, right? But reinvest in yourself. If you're gonna cut costs and, you know, cut down on drinking or whatever. By the way, like, I'm on like 180 some days not drinking. I feel great, man. We've been showing up every day, crushing it, and I'm thankful for Gary. Thank you. Thank him, by the way. Hopefully you guys appreciate him. But yeah, it was like perfect timing to step into this. And so, you know, if you're gonna cut all that waste out and that spend it, like, reinvest back in yourself. Get to build. If you have a ticket and you're trying to give it away, buy an airline ticket. And if you have another ticket, don't sell it. Go find another agent that needs help. Like, your mindset and your action is going to reflect what your business is going to look like 18 months from now. No one is coming to save any one of us. However, we can put the most vibrations out into the world, right? We can do not one more call, maybe 2 more calls when we're already done working. We just do a little bit more, because I promise you guys that extra mile, there's not going to be too many people on it. People are going to start falling off. But if there's people grabbing, asking, looking for help, like I'm telling you on our calls, we're talking to smarter people, higher producing agents. They're more open-minded, right? And so if you're not in action and you're not there, how do you expect to win, even if we weren't going into a recession and the market was shifting? Don't change and throttle down. Shift your gears up. And that's what it's going to take. So hopefully you guys appreciate it, but get to build. I mean, I'm serious. Use the financials and get there. But I love it. And I love you guys. For the ones that aren't going, and I'll see you guys at EXPCon shortly after that. But I wouldn't change what's been working. But I just want to say thank you guys for the agents selling houses. I know it's tough right now, especially when we're operating in uncertainty and, you know, fear all around us and all the negativity and all the news. But block it out. You know, it's you know, I don't watch a lot of that stuff, or let it affect me. I just stay in my zone, because until things start really affecting me or my neighbor or you guys that I'm in business with, or I got to get on coaching calls with, I don't think about it, And so, what keeps a problem or like negativity or issues alive? Do you guys know what it is? Drop it in the chat box. It's attention. If you give it attention, if you talk about it, if you give it energy, that's what keeps it fueled up. It's like, don't give it energy. My energy is going to be focused on something else. So just do it. But I want to say I appreciate you guys, slugging it out. Selling houses. We're 700 houses we sold. We're down, yes, but if you understand and are bracing for what is going to happen, it's like, so what? Like, what do we got to do to get better? All right. And then thank you to all the people that are building. And if you guys look at that list, the people that show up to our Thursday call, like, they're the ones crushing it with us. So it's like it's, you look at that list and you see those people coming and going on Thursday calls. And so it's like, if you're wanting to also build your modern team, show up. If you're wanting to build your traditional team, show up to Gerbick's call on Wednesdays. I had a few people hit me up this week asking me questions and this and that. And I'll answer them. I'll spend time with you. And it's like, are you going to Team Mastery? Oh no, what's that? Oh, is that other call where I see that other guy, posted with a fire or whatever? Yeah. Yep. That information in there changed my life and allowed me to build a big business alongside that guy. So it might do that for you, and we could help you execute on it if we're operating out of the same playbook. Something to think about. So he's live every week, and he still charges $2,000 a month out externally from this. You can't hire me right now because, it's just I'm focusing with you guys all in, or I enjoy my time with my son and my peace of mind right now. But so yeah, get on Team Mastery stuff. I know Blake's doing a lot of stuff. Michelle's doing a lot of stuff. Up north, Amanda is doing a lot of stuff. We're doing a lot of stuff up there in Toronto too. Gary generating leads, running stuff and doing things. Sonny's up there, doing his thing. And so I know a lot of us are doing a lot, right? And Chris is going to kind of be moving in with us. And, I'm going to be kind of making the rounds again a little bit with you guys, as I already am. And as we're dealing and talking and solving and thinking, getting, more on the same page and operating with building a bigger machine gun instead of everybody walking around with some pistols or whatever. But appreciate you guys closing 700 houses, attracting all the agents. It starts with vision and action. Get to build and leverage the financials, guys. This company is doing phenomenal. Nobody is doing like anything close to what we're doing right now. And I promise you, we are going to continue this streak. And I was so waiting on these numbers to see what they actually look like, because we know what got delivered at, the shareholders event and all that. But the shift maybe at the end of that captured, snapshot had just started. So this was going to be very interesting for me. And when it came out, I was like, yes. And I knew it when we hopped on the alpha call and just how everybody was. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Let me know, how I can help. Just do it.